Let's get it, y'all. Moon in Leo, Sun in Virgo. This is the calm before the real storm. Moving forward from the new moon in Virgo is going to begin a cycle of change that's going to segue the entire world out of the old world system and into the next over the next 6 to 9 months. 2025 is a transitory year, similar to if you were on a Noah's Ark and you started this ride March of 2024, and those 300 days from March of 2024 coming into 2025 represent the Ark ride. So in 6 to 9 months, you're deboarding from this boat and you're of course beginning to unpack 2025 before 2026 we move forward into this new land, baby, which is just going to be rife with more challenges, new levels, new devils in the second round of the Hunger Games. Totally not terrifying. All right, cool. So with that being said, before we kick off this cycle in Virgo that's going to definitively change every habit you've been integrating since 2008, and before that since 1995, this is going to have you release, transcend, and review your performance you activated in August. Forget these SLBs who do not have the wherewithal to look within themselves as to why aspects of you trigger them. These are immature souls who do not have the maturity or power to take accountability in this fashion, where you take actions which go against the confirmation bias and box they desperately seek to put you in, because insecure people need someone better to feel than. And as you have evolved, like we have been evolving hardcore for a year and a half, you have grown outside of the box of their comfort zone, and you have removed any leverage that they may have gained by you giving your power away to them. So in noticing, especially with that Pluto opposition with the moon, that extreme intensity of a whole collective of stupid, weak little bitches everywhere, versus, and it doesn't have to be a versus thing, but relative to those individual souls or those collective social souls who actually call their own selves out on bullshit and are secure enough to hold space for other people. Namaste, the God in me recognizes the God in you. This is going to mark extraordinary development. Mind you, the 2 weeks ago we had the conjunction with the moon on Pluto in Aquarius before the full moon in Aquarius. So now this is a 180-degree harvest of this supernatural energy. And now that you're understanding, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, you had this activation of supernatural talents. You started to perform on stage and integrate your individuality. Now that you've come into the results of this performance and are getting ready to take this new talent over the next 2.5 weeks and master it, I'm not going to say the finger story again, but I've said it enough, right? Trust me, you want to embrace any failures you're going through right now, because they're going to turn into mastery in a short week and a half. Don't jump the gun. Take your time with it. Enjoy the process. So surrender. That's really all I have to say. You're reviewing. This is the part of the angle. The moon in Leo is making a 330-degree angle to, I think, the 8-degree sun in Virgo. So this is the balsamic phase, the darkest it is. You don't see the moon in the sky, as we're going to have that new moon. And the thing with the new moon is that with the balsamic phase that occurs before then, we sow seeds and plant seeds on the new moon. Well, the seeds we planted in late July and during August with the new moon, we're clearing the field. During the 330 to 360 degree Pisces signature angle, Pisces of faith and surrender, we are clearing the field. We've harvested all week. We're clearing the field. It's as simple as that. And clearing this field, this is allowing us to review our previous performance, which we do every year. So, of course, you have just activated supernatural talents that since April, you activated the power of. May, you activated the quality of. Gemini, you activated abilities and mindsets attached to this power and quality. Cancer, you integrated further into deeper understanding, updated every year of who you are relative to recent evolution with Jupiter Sun 2023 and then Jupiter Sun Taurus 2024. Jupiter Sun Aries 2023, Jupiter Sun Taurus 2024 2025, we're going to have Jupiter, Sun, Cancer. All right. So the opposition at the end of the year is going to be kind of like our conjunction. That being said, oh, it's not. It's not going to be a conjunction. But that being said, we had the power, we had the quality, we had the abilities, we had the understanding. You took all four of that stuff. You went on stage, Leo season, and you expressed the talent. So now that you've done that and you've seen the results of that, you've seen where to go, now we're gonna master this talent coming in the next week, over the next 2 weeks. And your haters are going to be punching their fist in the air, because this is going to now integrate and harvest all of the work you've done on your behavior, which was very intrinsic, which is a lot more of shifting your moods so that you can physically blossom and harvest this opposite the Saturn and Pisces with finesse, perfection. And perfection involves what you psychologically see as imperfect, because everything God has created is perfect. And it's up for you to see it, even during like the worst moments of your life. Regardless, this is going to reflect the new behavioral patterns you'll get ready to activate coming into mid-Monday. But today, Saturday, Sunday, as the moon goes through Leo, it's going to trine Chiron in Aries. It's going to trine the North Node in Aries, revisiting the direction you're destined to unlock your character towards, and feeling in Leo the added strength and courage now that you've already performed these talents and you're getting ready to master them. We also want to look at the square near the end of the moon in Leo to Uranus and Taurus, which a week ago activated yet another cycle. Taking this unconscious innovation of your value and now understanding more how to integrate it on stage and how to integrate it socially, how to bring the confidence of your intrinsic value in very unconventional ways outwards. All right. You're going to be reminded that many people don't hate you, right? You're not a victim. You're a threat. You threaten people's illusions with the integrity of truth you live in. And this, we know this is true, because whenever you're on bullshit, you don't see these people hate on you. It's always when you're on your shit, right? It's not a coincidence, because, the spiritual war rages on. Let me not be too vague, though. That being said, people don't really hate you. They take their frustrations out on you. No one who is strong and secure in themselves does that bullshit. And that's what a moon in Leo, that's what Taurus, Aqua, Scorpio, they judge quality, they judge strength. Spiritual, passionate courage and strength in understanding this with the moon in Leo is going to revisit how much stronger you've been in just a short 3 weeks. I really thank each and every single one of you who repeatedly continue to tell me that I'm on it with these interpretations. I hear stuff like no one breaks down stuff like me, and that these are very accurate. This isn't coming with any weird, woo-woo psychic powers. I always make sure to establish the math. That's why I'm telling you the angles between this. Just like I'm saying this accurately, anyone who knows the math can too. And this is what we aim to teach and provide. So you're not getting finessed by these, people selling courses and overcharging for readings in order to give you information that you already know. Even the price of readings I have on my channel is just supply and demand. I put it that much for now so I don't get that much demand, and also so it raises the quality of who I really talk to, and I have discount codes as well. That being said, I have a 50% off sale all Virgo season. So for those of you who want a live consultation with me, or for those of you who want a recorded report where I'll just record the report, click the description box below or go to my website if you're watching this on Instagram. It's an automatic discount, so you don't have to enter a code. And that's going to be valid all of Virgo season. 50% off everything in that store, at least for, once again, readings and reports. I'm probably going to add the shop too. If you guys want anything from shop, I probably got to update that. Anyway, things are getting ready to change so much in this crucial period. Virgo is the last zodiac sign because there's only 6. The other 6 are a fulfillment of the first 6, right? But you can count them as their own signs as well. Pisces and Virgo are that last 6 of each quadrant. So make it count. This is where you're going to really be aware and understand how this all comes through. And there are epiphanies laden within this balsamic phase. I think a really great benefit to this moon in Leo that's going to have you understand this psychological but spiritual quality of your strength. Psychological because of the angle it's making to the sun in Virgo, having you feel unconscious habits that you are getting ready to release, doubts, fears, right? You have just come off of a star-studded performance. You're going to practice it in preparation for the I Told You So tour in Libra, where we're collecting receipts all Virgo season. So this is having you overcome doubts around, will I be able to win at the track meet? Like, how am I going to move forward with this performance? Release that, because you're going to master it over the next 2 weeks. And the only way you're not going to master it is if you procrastinate, if you're lazy, if you expect things to happen for you, if you don't show up every day consistently. All right, I'm re-kicking in my workout. I took a little break and procrastinated myself after my back, and I don't have that excuse anymore. So I'm gonna go back on Monday, and yeah, by the full moon in Pisces, my body gonna be looking right, baby. All right, I might even start the OnlyFans. That was a joke. All right, so other than that, or maybe it's not Magic Mike, baby. All right, other than that, congratulations, because now we're getting ready to close the second quarter, and the third quarter is the climax of this year. It's going to sponsor the elections, Libra season eclipse, Sagittarius opposition to Jupiter. Ooh, this is everything you've been waiting for. So this Virgo season is such an important transition. Go back to Virgo season last year. Go back to Virgo season 2021, 2022. It was important for a reason, while Saturn was in Capricorn, now in Pisces. Once it goes into Aries, that's the new world order. So you have a lot to reflect, all right? This is bringing a conclusion of 30 plus years, 85 plus years with Uranus, 165 with Neptune at the end of Pisces, 248 with Pluto, that wasn't in Aquarius since the American Revolution, where it was leaving Capricorn. Certain financial principles and techniques were last created in the 1700s. Like, this is such a very unique period, and I think they're gifts that will push you forward. And like I meant before, but I forgot, the aspect I'm excited about is the Jupiter sextile to the moon in Leo with Mars at the end of Gemini, which is going to really fuel and help you understand how to project and be more bold relative to this evolution of your mindset and where you're taking it. Okay, so this is it. Like, the shift between the end of this week moving forward is going to prepare for things to click through the new moon and change your behavior totally with influence. The totality of your beliefs in Saturn are going to harvest relative to every way with which, with discipline, you not only activate these new habits, but also integrate this next level of thinking and abilities so that you can create the master technique. All right. Last thing I'm going to say is that certain revelations through this moon in Leo will, for some of you, allude to you having to keep certain things secret. If you became a multimillionaire overnight, hypothetically, you may realize maybe there's little to no one who you should tell this to. Or you can and regret it later. The choice is yours. All right. And I mean, same with getting booed up. Like, I'm not going to be in a rush to let people know. But yeah, it is what it is. Whether you're single, whether you're taken, I hope you enjoy this weekend. And I'll see you next Magic Moon message. Once again, I have that 50% half off discount. Take advantage. It's for the rest of the season. And until next time.